and welcome back to Yoshi's Woolly World on the Nintendo Wii U. I am one wild sheep yet again, and today, ladies and gentlemen, we will be taking the hardest 3 sets of levels that we have actually tackled to this point. In fact, these sets of levels are so hard, this recording is 25 minutes long. Now that might seem like, okay, cool, so it's just a little extra long part. No, it's 25 minutes long. But it took me over 2 to 3 days to record this one. It was not a fun experience that I would hope not to relive anytime in the near future. And considering the fact I'm doing a Yoshi LP and I'm around the halfway point of the game, I'm probably gonna have to sit through issues like that again, which is not fun for me. It's gonna be fun for you guys, though, hopefully. But anyway, now we have a little bit of a puzzle-ish sort of level in this game where we need to use these sort of twirly blocks. I don't know what they're called, so I'm going to call them twirly blocks, in order to go from point A to point B, because whenever you stand on them, they will go in the direction that the arrow points. And this is a bit of a puzzly sort of aspect where we need to just aim it in the right directions in order to gain... well, in order to get to point A to point B. It's as simple as that. And one of the things that I know a lot of people want to be, you know, one of the things that isn't noticeable right from the get-go is you will actually be able to eat these things with your tongue and spit them out at your own specified leisure location. Doing so will make it a lot easier to find, you know, to position this little device in order to find, hey, okay, I need to go up. Now it's going to be a bit easier because I spat it out right where there's a bit more room, you know, folks. And this stage mainly involves a hell of a lot of awkward platforming where you're just jumping off of this rotating thingy in order for it to rotate continuously until it gets to the position that you want it to go. And honestly, this mechanic I'm not too fond of. It's a little imprecise for my liking, and I always find myself just sort of bouncing off walls completely harmlessly, going in the wrong direction. So, I don't know, this mechanic, the stage, it's not one of my favourites. I don't like it that much at all. It's a neat platforming challenge, but in terms of the actual raw gameplay, no, I'd much rather play a traditional point A to point B platforming stage. Personally. Whether or not other people agree with me, well, that's their own opinions. And they're wrong with their opinions, because clearly my opinion is superior, but I digress. But no, I do kind of like one thing about this level, though. It's not all bad. I do kind of like how they tried to trick you in a couple of instances. They try to find little nooks and crannies to sort of sneak in and hide the collectibles in the background. For example, there's a lot of foreground objects obscuring the location of collectibles and what have you. I like that. You know, it's a nice way to have, it's a nice way to add a little challenge to collectibles that otherwise wouldn't be hard to find, because otherwise they'll just be right out there in the open. Like that collectible, that would be easy to find if you went for the fact there was just a big glowy block blocking the way. Granted, it doesn't help much because there's a big glowy block, but that's only because I have the power badge installed that points out hidden locations and what have you, you know, folks. And we also introduced another mechanic, these leaves. Whenever you're on these leaves, if you bounce up by pushing the A button at the right time, not A button, B button. Or is it the A button? Well, you push the jump button at the right time and you will jump up higher, or you can ground pound it to jump higher. And we're gonna need to master the art of these leaves on the final level of our the final level of the stages in this particular part we're gonna be taking on, because that level is a nightmare, and I hate it. Sorry. Vietnam flashbacks, I suppose. But honestly, I don't mind it. I just think these twirly platforms things, they're a little imprecise. That's the only major issue this level has. Otherwise, in terms of level design, in terms of fun factor, it's not too bad. It's just a little tedious, shall we say? Yes, rather. Actually, one thing you could possibly do as well, if you don't want to use these twirly platforms, is I don't know if you can actually go upwards with it. I think you can. You can actually push the minus button on your gamepad. Now what this will do, it will it will activate mellow mode, which, for the sake of the Let's Play, I'm not showing off yet. I will make a little video showing it off and showing off what mellow mode's all about. But basically, it allows you to skip platforming, and it basically makes the game mellow, hence the name. And it's a fitting name for a mod at the very least, because we all know Yoshi is a bit of a mellow dude. But I digress. Anyway, for this one by here, this particular wool piece. That wool piece! Oh! If you don't know it yet, well, you don't know it from this particular playthrough, but when I first did this game and played through it, it took so long to find that wool piece. Well, grab it, not find it. I knew where it was, because like I said, these twirly ball things that we need to platform on are just a nightmare to aim. And if you're wondering where I went, there was actually a hidden door behind the foliage. Like I said, there's a lot of hidden areas that I enjoy, because, you know, it just adds a little bit of extra challenge. You have to be a little bit more alert. And it's not like the hidden things behind the environment are hard to see, because it's really obvious where something's hidden. But, you know, it's just a neat little thing to make sure you have to have an extra eye out, you know, folks. Anyway, the collectible of this room will not show up until we collected all of the beads that exist in here, so be sure to collect all the beads, keep booping off of the enemies that continuously spawn in, and eat them if you need a refill on wool, and we can be on our merry way. Let's go!
You did a Mario reference without the me, Luigi.
Oh no, Luigi's back.
Oh no! Whenever you do a Let's Go, you need a Luigi #1. Oh no!
Shut up, Luigi. Leave me to my Let's Play.
No, you said that the last time. You promised me. No, Luigi will be part of these playthroughs. But where's a Luigi been all these parts, huh?
I'm sorry, Luigi. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you better be. Oh, look at the time. I'm about to play golf with Waluigi. Oh, bye-bye.
Bye, I guess, Luigi. See, now look what you guys did. You got me scolded by Luigi. But I digress. Anyway, let's continue playing on through the rest of the stage. We're getting pretty close to the end of the level now, as it is. And this level does go on for quite a long time. In fact, it's kind of annoying how lengthy some of these levels actually do go on. And I guess there's a little nick in a lot of games, because when it comes to platforming games, I prefer the levels to be a little bit shorter and compact, but having more levels to choose from as opposed to one massive ultra long level. Like, say, instead of like one 10-minute level, you have like three 3-minute levels. I would prefer that because it adds a little bit more variety. I don't like being stuck in the same location for a long amount of time. And while some levels in this game are particularly short, like obviously the speed level from the previous part, you know, you do get the ultra long levels in between, and it really bugs me how the length of the levels will just vary a complete random, and I don't know. There seems to be no thought put into the level length, which it isn't a bad thing per se. I just really think I wish they did something to sort of vary up, sort of spice up the gameplay mid-level or something, you know, folks. But I digress. Anyway, we got Leopard Yoshi, who, much like a wild cat out in the jungle, has completely no attributes related to a cat at all, just for the fact he looks like a leopard. So I'm completely going on a wrong tangent here. Either way, time to take on the boss level of the game, of World 4. And this boss, ladies and gentlemen, isn't that bad, but you will learn to hate this guy, the Naval Piranha plant. Now, you will learn to hate this guy for one particular reason. One particular reason. What reason would that be, you might be asking? Well, it's a good thing you asked, because, the stage after this stage, spoiler alert, we're going to be dueling, I guess that's the correct term, the same boss again, and he's a little bit annoying, to say the least. I'll talk about that when we get to it, however, folks. I don't want to spoil things too much. But this is the obligatory sewer level, well, a obligatory sewer level. I think we had one earlier on, ladies and gentlemen, which means all of the sewer level tropes are here. Water that wishes down the waterways, we got poisonous plants that try to eat us, and of course, lots and lots of dirty water. Well, I say dirty water, but it looks exactly the same as normal water, so this is probably the cleanest sewer I've ever seen in all my life. But then again, the sewers in the Mario universe do tend to be clean. Like, there's sewer levels in some of the, like in New Super Mario Brothers and what have you. And the water in those levels is really, really, really bright crystal blue. It's cleaner than the water in the beaches around my area, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm not joking, the water around my beaches it's disgusting. I don't know what's in there. And I'm scared to go swimming in that water because chances are I come out with a third leg or a fourth arm. That's right, you heard me, a fourth arm. But I digress. Anyway, pop on up here for a very easy to miss point. This pipe is very easy to miss purely because, well, you wouldn't expect to go up a pipe. And there is a happy face. Now this stage has a lot of very tricksy happy faces that are very easy to miss. And the same goes with wool pieces you can pick up. And there's one particular area that even if you have the badge equipped that shows you shows you the hidden areas, hidden locations of a lot of these things, even if you have this badge equipped, it won't show up. And that's purely because it's a specific item that shows up because you go to a very specific point. The only way to get it to show up is by going to a specific point in a stage, and it's thrown me off so many times playing through the stage because it just hadn't spawned in, and I was like, where's this lost collectible, god darn it? Oh gosh, diddly darn. I'll talk about that when we get to it again, because this is a lengthy stage, folks. It's not one of the shortest stages of the game. In fact, this one might actually be the longest stage yet, if I recall correctly. Yeah, I think it's safe to say this is one of the longest stages yet. Hell, Luigi might actually come back from his playing that whatever game he's playing with Waluigi by the time this ends. Hopefully he doesn't, because of I don't know, Luigi gets a little bit annoying on sometimes.
I can hear you.
Sorry, Luigi. Oh, I thought you left.
I'm getting a rest. Oh, if I was around you. Bang zoom. Straight to the moon. Ho ho.
Okay, I better be careful not to annoy Luigi anymore. But we do need to go underneath this little barrier thingy here, because a wool piece will spawn in as we progress through. That's one wool piece. Is the bane of this level for me. I have gone through this level so many times that I've just missed that wool piece because you have to go underneath the thingy just to pick it up. And I'm like, where's this last goddamn wool piece? Manly tears were shed on that particular day, let me tell you that. But anyway, we do have to deal with also a lot of these spike chain balls, and these spike chain balls I really don't like. Because whenever you're going through this particular area sequence, these spike chain balls will just clip you. The hit detection is way too unforgiving, and I just find myself having a lot of issues just getting by them. I don't know, they're not fun. But if we go underneath the wall by here, we can actually find a hidden doorway. Now this isn't an alternate exit, but we do need to go to this doorway in order to collect the happy face. Now, if you want, you can go and collect all of these collectibles as well if you really need to, but I have one hit point left. I'd rather not risk it. You know, folks, if you're better than me at the game, feel free, go after all the collectibles in that room, but trust me, I'd rather not try. I'd rather be safe. I'd rather be safe and sound, chilling out, collecting all of my fine and dandy collectibles. You know what I'm saying? Also, these, I think we've seen these previously in the game, these green variety of piranha plants, and they are in full force in this particular stage, as you can tell, ladies and gentlemen, and I don't like them. I really don't like them because they're green balls, they just spit out at such a rapid rate, and because the hitbox of those balls are massive, absolutely massive, so it's very easy to just get clipped and it can really mess you up. But on the bright side, we got more bomb shy guys, if you remember from earlier in the playthrough, which means we get to cause explosions. And people may know me, that was a bloody close call, but people know me, I love my explosions. It's absolutely stunning stuff. It's just absolutely amazing. Now seriously, if you ever see me play stuff like Call of Duty or what have you, I'm always running around with the explosive weapon. I'm always running around like an RPG or something. And while I was playing the beta of Black Ops 3, because that's relevant at the time I'm recording this, I've had people screaming at me, either down the microphone or in the in-game chat on the PC version, just because I was running around with a rocket launcher going, you will fear me, mortals. They hated me, basically, and I just loved, I was just licking up all of their salty tears, going, ha ha ha, learn to play, scrub. I'm not a violent gamer. I'm really not. But I digress, we're almost done, I think, with this level now. With this little pipe maze, just go the same route I'm going, and it's actually a very easy little pipe maze to find your way around, so just follow where I went, and you'll have no problems. But this area by here, you may have a little bit of issues going through if you don't know where to go. First things first, go through this pipe, because otherwise you will miss out on this face. Very easy face to miss out on, especially considering this is a bit of a puzzle maze, in which we need to go and gobble up a lot of the pipes that are in our path. We need to unravel a lot of these pipes that are in our way. For example, this pipe right here, just eats it, boom. Now eat this one, boom, you know, folks. And we do need to do this in order to platform and find a way around. It's not so much of a hard puzzle, but it's a puzzle nonetheless, so I can see people having a little bit of trouble just figuring out what to do. But pop on up here. Again, very useful that I have the badge that shows up hidden areas. I do recommend you, if it's your first time playthrough especially, to equip that badge, because otherwise you'll have so much issues just finding out where to go, finding out all the collectible areas, so I can't stress enough, it's just a very useful badge to have equipped. But I digress, we are now basically at the very tail end of this match, so bye-bye, Shy Guy, boom! It's time to battle the boss fight, I think.
You're doing a commentary. You're meant to commentate.
Shut up, Luigi. But anyway, now it's time to take on Naval Piranha Plant, which is actually an easy boss fight. A very easy boss fight. But it has a very... I love the boss pattern. I love how the pattern this boss has. I'll explain it as we get to it, but...
Wake up, Naval Piranha. It's supper time. The main course is Yoshi. Bon appetit.
My Kamek voice really isn't working on me today. My throat's killing me. But there we go. This is Naval Piranha. He looks an awful lot... Well, he looks extremely menacing, but he is not. Whenever you see him come from the corners of the screens, you're going to want to throw a piece of wool at him in order to stop him from taking a nibble on your buttocks. And also, whenever you pick up a bomb that the Shy Guys will periodically throw from the background, you will need to wait for him to open up his mouth and throw the bomb into his mouth. This will make him... Well... This will show his weak point, ground pound his weak point, and you'll move on to the second phase where he will start moving his tentacles across the pipeline. Basically jump across the tentacles, very easy to do, so it's not the hardest section at all. And again, once you reach the end of each phase, he will get the Shy Guys to throw bombs out and just prepare you to attack him. Now, but there you just need to time your jump just right so he won't nibble you, and you will be able to throw the bomb directly into his mouth just by holding up and shooting your bomb button. And now that he's on the third and final phase, ladies and gentlemen, he's going to start moving in a very different pattern. Now he's still going to do the tentacle scrolly thing across the pipe here, but he will periodically move the tentacles up so you can walk underneath them. And after that, he will go ultra fast with the tentacles, so jump over them as quickly as physically possible. And after that, is basically that's all she wrote to the boss fight. Like I said, it's a very simple boss. It's just a matter of finding out the right thing. Although we do need to dodge these last couple of tentacle swipes that he's going to throw at us. Very easily telegraphed, very easy to see coming, so you shouldn't be hit by that whatsoever. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. With that, Naval Piranha is down and out, and we are victorious once again. Oh boy! Wee-oo! I love the noise that I don't know what Yoshi's saying with that noise, but I love the way it sounds. It's so adorable. I love the Yoshi. Yoshi is love. Yoshi is life. But I digress. With that, ladies and gents, now it's time to go on to the hardest stage I've played yet in this entire game. Every stage is just nothing compared to this next level. This next level is why this playthrough got delayed by a day or two. And I was getting into streaming it a little bit, so I wanted to test out streaming for a few days. But we have access to Naval Piranha Yoshi, which I don't know, I'm not too fond of the design of it. I think it might be the polka dots that make me not like the design for Naval Yoshi that much. But hey, we got that Yoshi, and we have access to the next world. Fandibbly-tastic. Oh no, it's the ice world. Oh. Oh, I hate ice levels. Why? Oh well. We'll deal with that bag of bolts when we get to it. Now it's time to grab onto the Naval Yoshi and head into the special world of World 4. Now it's personal. Naval Piranha 2 coming to a cinema near you. And of course, this stage, ladies and gentlemen, is an Elder Scroll level, and we cannot actually fight the Naval Piranha. All we can hope to God is get through it while collecting everything without dying. That is what we hope to do, and fortunately I managed to pull it off here, but trust me, this took me so many attempts, you wouldn't believe. I've been at this level for a grand total of a good few hours, let's just say that much, folks. But we do need to be as quick as possible, quick on our toes, and the only sort of advice I got for this level in terms of collecting everything in one go is don't, right? Just collect everything as you get up to it, if you can, and if you can't, return to the level at a later date and collect whatever's missing, because this stage is an absolute nightmare, purely because that piranha plant in the background, while right now he's not moving too fast, even though the stage does go at a rapid rate. By the way, you need to use a Koopa Troopa to get that happy face but as well, just saying. While he's not moving really fast right now, he will speed up as time goes on, and even this is still a pretty rapid rate for the stage, you know, folks. You do need to be pinpoint precise, you need to get your controls in hand perfectly, otherwise you will struggle. That's all I am saying, that is all I am saying. But yeah, difficulty aside, this is actually a really entertaining level to perfect. Once you've got the level down, it's really fun, but if you touch any of these piranha plants that are just sort of sitting there, you will lose the stage, guaranteed, because you will lose all your yarn balls, which you will need, or the big naval piranha behind you will actually catch up, and if he touches you, it's instant death. And now that we got to the second half of the stage, it's actually not even the second half, we're at the tail end of the stage now, folks. We do need to get moving as quick as physically possible, and this is where the stage kind of will more than likely screw you over. This is where the things will get really challenging. And this is why I do recommend picking everything up on multiple takes. Don't do the stage in one run, because it's so obnoxious, so annoying. But there we go, move to the left to get the last world piece, and there we go. That is the hardest stage of the game done yet. I have done pretty much a flawless run for this. And oh my god, the length of time it took me to get this flawless run, I'm starting to think it wasn't worth it. Like, legit, I was just thinking, I should have just spliced in me editing. I should have edited it a bit more, but no, I wanted to get a flawless run of the stage done, folks, just to show off how it's meant to be played for the professional players. You blueberry? That is an insult worthy of Skeletor. You ignorant boob! I love Skeletor. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, with that we got the Nintendo 64 Yoshi, and we have beaten World 4. All done and dusted, which means we now need to move on to the ice levels. Great. Which I will catch you all next time as we tackle. So thank you all for watching, I hope you all enjoyed. Don't be sheepish, people, and I'll catch you all then. Bye!